Our next great holiday will be Passover holiday, where there's a lot of people who are changing their stoves, putting in new stoves, changing stoves. So it's important during the time now, the borough president, we have these few months till Passover, is to make sure that the community gets the message exactly what they have to do, and use professionals. Don't do it yourself. You might know how to do it, you might know how to connect it, but I'm sure it's more important that you call a professional and make sure it's done 100%.
Something had to do with gas. The investigation is still ongoing, but as Councilman Greenfield said, you smell gas, call 911 right away.
Because of the Jewish Sabbath, Orthodox Jews do not have access to media or social media, so there was a lot of misinformation, misunderstanding, and fear about what happened. It took quite a few hours to clear that up. The real message, of course, aside from the tragedy, is that folks have to take any situation where there is a gas leak very seriously. And I just want to be clear about one thing. We really do not know what happened over there. There's a lot of speculation, and quite frankly, the speculation is really based on rumor and innuendo, and in some cases, misinformation. We don't know what's going to happen. It's going to take weeks, if not months, until we find out what is going to happen. One thing you do know that happened is there was a gas explosion.
People need to know there are only two things you do when you smell gas. That's leave and call 911. Those are the responses. Not to look for the source of the gas leak, not to try to figure it out, not to go through the building. Leave the building, call 911. And one thing that we discovered yesterday when we was receiving the debriefing, that the act of removing and installing devices that takes gas is something that is done really in almost an unregulated fashion. And we want to examine how do we regulate it. As of now, this is the device that's used to turn on and off gas. A very simple device with a simple level that anyone can do and anyone can use. Conversation around, is there a better way we can do this? Is there some form of regulations we need?
And we collectively thank Hashem that it happened today, that it happened yesterday, and not today or any other day where this would have been bustling with people and with human beings.
Now, what was your initial thought of what happened? Like, you heard a boom, and like, what came to your mind?
Obviously, you see such a fire, what first comes to mind is it was a gas explosion, because we had 2 gas explosions in the past year in the city, and it looked the same.
The most important thing I think that everyone can get out of this is call 911, whether it's a stove or no stove. We want you to be wrong. There are many people who have called 911 and have been wrong, and they are heroes when it comes to this situation.